I thought that the video was very good, but for me, the worst thing about football or sports in general is that people seem to care more about sports than they do about about important issues like art, science, or possibly politics. I mean, imagine imagine if people cared as much about imagine if people cared as much about meaningful things like giving to charity and helping other people as they do about sports. Imagine what a different world we what a different world we would be living in. Um, but then the other thing that I wanted to say was you should also do one about the Olympics, because I think that the Olympics are much worse than than football. I mean, um, well, I mean, there's not. There supposedly the Olympics are supposed to be about um, promoting world peace, but that seems awful strange to me when supposedly it's about countries putting aside their differences and coming together for 2 weeks in peace and brotherhood, so they can so they can beat so they can beat the crap out of each other on the sports field. I mean, and imagine, think about how much people like the Olympics, and it's like, well, imagine if people cared about trying to help people walk as much as they care about trying to get people to run just a little bit faster or swim just a little bit faster. And it seems like uh, it's much more important to try to cure some of the world illnesses and diseases than worrying about trying to make people run a little bit faster or lift a little bit heavier weights. I mean, in a world where we have all this technology, it seems like which country has the strongest and the fastest people in it is really kind of an irrelevant issue. So, I mean, it seems like to me that the Olympics is really a big waste of time, and imagine if people, could focus on things that really matter rather than having, rather than being the country that has the best athletes in it. I mean, with today's technology, uh, we really don't need super physically strong people really anymore anyway. So it just seems like focusing on sports and the Olympics and things like that is just a complete and total waste of time. And I guess that's all I have to say about it. But I just really wish that people cared as much about uh, about about learning things and improving themselves mentally as much as they care about watching sports on TV. Imagine what a different world we would be living in today. And I guess that's about all I have to say. See you later. Bye.